Welcome to Facts TV News, where everything is true.
St. Andrews South Police intensify operational activities on the SOE. The St. Andrews South Police see they have stepped up operational activities since a state of public emergency was declared in the division last Friday. Senior Superintendent Kirk Ricketts, head of the division, told reporters that several suspects and persons of interest are on the list of people being sought in connection with serious crimes committed in the division. He said several suspects have fled the division and are hiding out in other parishes of the island due to the operations. One suspect who was being sought for questioning in connection with a murder was captured in Clarendon on the weekend. SSP Ricketts said daily operations will be conducted throughout the holidays to stem gang violence. The police high command had announced that the St. Andrews South Police Division was added to the SOE list after it recorded the second highest number of murders across all police divisions, with a total of 113. There have been an upsurge in gang violence in the division over the last several weeks. In the meantime, the St. Andrews South Police are trying to identify the body of a man found at the Riverton disposal site Monday morning. SSP Ricketts told reporters that the police have been searching the site after receiving reports that a body had been dumped in the area on the weekend. Investigators suspect that the man was murdered and his body dumped. Here's Stanley held with millions of dollars at airport charge. A Kingston-based hairstylist who was caught smuggling millions of dollars in undeclared cash into the island has been charged. Nicole Smith of Dennis Avenue, Kingston, was charged on the weekend following an investigation by the narcotics police. Miss Smith, 44, was arrested Friday, shortly after she arrived on a flight from England. The cops says they seized £16,000, or more than $3 million, concealed in her luggage during security checks by customs officers at Norman Manley International Airport. She had failed to declare the cash to immigration. Investigators say Miss Smith failed to give a satisfactory account of the monies and as a result was taken into custody for breaches of the Proceeds of Crime Act. She was questioned Sunday in the presence of her attorney and later charged with cross-border movement of cash, bringing criminal property into the island of Jamaica, concealing criminal property, conspiracy to conceal criminal property, and possession of criminal property. She is booked to appear before the Kingston and St. Andrew Parish Court on Wednesday, January 10. PNP explains why Hanover Eastern aspirant was booted. Amid concerns about why Craig Oates, the People's National Party PNP sole aspirant to represent the party in Hanover Eastern at future general elections, was rejected by the political organization, the PNP recently came out to explain what transpired and led to the decision. In a media statement issued by the party earlier this month, 3 reasons for the decision were outlined, which, according to the statement, led to both its regional appraisal committee and the party's executive arriving at the decision that Oates will not be used to represent the party. It was pointed out in the statement that there were initially 2 candidates, David Tulloch and Craig Oates, who had applied for the opportunity to represent the party in the constituency, but Tulloch eventually withdrew his application. The statement further indicated that it was explained to Oates that the party's candidate selection process is a rigorous one, in which each applicant has to undergo thorough evaluation before being confirmed. Having gone through the process, Mr. Oates was unsuccessful and it was determined that he would not be the party's candidate for the constituency based on the following statement noted, then went on to give reasons. Firstly, failure to meet party internal requirements. Secondly, unfavorable poll finding out about 2 independent polls. Finally, failure to satisfy terms of a work program. In March, the Regional Appraisal Committee conducted a comprehensive review of Mr. Oates' candidacy. The committee unanimously agreed he was not suitable for the role and did not recommend him as a candidate for Eastern Hanover. The statement read as follows: clarification on pointer 1. For pointer 2, it disclosed that 2 independent poll findings reveal that Oates did not meet the standard requirement by the party to represent it, while in pointer 3, the statement indicated that after being given a work program to carry out over a 3-month period, Oates did not fulfill the requirements. Instead, he was off the island for 2 of the 3 months. The PNP will continue to work diligently to ensure that the Eastern Hanover constituency is represented by a candidate who aligns with the party's values and is dedicated to the well-being of the people, the statement concluded, with the contact of the party's General Secretary, Dr. Dayton Campbell, at the end. Despite being booted, as the aspirant general election candidate, also reporters that he would not be resigning from his position as constituency chairman, as he had plans to work with the three PNP councillor candidates in the constituency in an effort to try to help them in the quest to win their respective council divisions. Efforts to get in touch with Campbell have proven futile, but reporters have learned that the names of 4 other aspirants have now surfaced in the constituency, namely PNP Senator Janice Allen, David Tulloh, Henry McCurdy, and Deputy Mayor of Lucy, Angela Duhaney Grant. Banker Patrick Hilton appointed new chairman of UHSI board. Banker Patrick Hilton was announced as the new chairman of the Board of Management for the University Hospital of the West Indies, UHSI. In a statement, the Minister of Health and Wellness said Hilton, who will serve a 3-year term, has been appointed along with Wilter Dwayne D. Andrew Cox. Their appointment followed the recent resignation of former chairman Wayne and Dr. Andrew Foote, following a series of discussions on the strategic direction of the hospital and deliberation on the way forward for critical projects. The resignations trigger a review of the board's functionality, with Health Minister Dr. Christopher Tufton seizing the opportunity to initiate a governance reset for the hospital through the appointment of a new board chairman. The new board chairman is expected to bring about the synergy and cohesion necessary to effectively pursue the reform mandates of the UHSI. The reform mandates include, among other things, the recruitment of a new chief executive officer and restructuring of the organization, completing the implementation of the computerized health information system, and construction of the new 6th-floor tower, the health minister stated. Mr. Hilton's and Mr. Cox's nomination for selection for appointment to the board was conducted in accordance with Section 10 of the Public Bodies Management and Accountability, Nomination, Selection and Appointment to Boards Regulation 2021, including that all nominees are registered on the public body database of prospective directors and confirmed by the Ministry of Finance and the Public Service by email. Minister Tufton thanked Dr. Chong and Dr. Foote for their service to UHSI. Police focusing on PR larceny in Breadbasket Parish. Police Commissioner Major General Anthony Anderson says the St. Elizabeth Police are prioritizing their focus on PR larceny in the Breadbasket Parish, even as he welcomed amendments for stiffer penalties. I note that PR larceny is a challenge in St. Elizabeth, which is the breadbasket. The PR larceny across the country varies. It is not the same things, and it is not the same way it is done. I know that the theme here has been putting on some focus on it. It is a focus that we need to do in a wider way across the country, but also looking at certain technologies to apply to it, he said at a town hall meeting in Black River on Wednesday. What I am very heartened about is that the people who we go through the whole process of putting in front of the court now can get the sort of sentencing required for it, added Anderson. Just last month, amendments to the Agricultural Produce Act were passed in the House of Representatives to seek to put in place more stringent penalties to address the issue of PR larceny. Under the amended bill, the maximum fine for people convicted of transporting stolen agricultural produce have moved from $250,000 to $1 million, and the maximum prison term of 3 months is now 3 years. Minister of Agriculture Fred Green said the amendments were well needed. These are changes that the police have been lobbying about for decades. We have to send a clear signal to the criminals that PR larceny will not be tolerated, he said. Green, who is also Member of Parliament for St. Elizabeth Southwestern, said PR larceny is a threat in his constituency. The reality is that we have farmers in every single community that you go to St. Elizabeth. The majority of the population you would find are either farmers or fishers. That is what we do, he stated. We have been on a drive from the Ministry of Agriculture to channel more of our people, especially our youth, into farming. And not just regular farming, we have been trying to push more of them into livestock farming. We have been trying to say to more of them that you can make a great return from our small remnant sector. The real challenge that is often out there, which has to do with PR larceny, added Green. He commended the police for intercepting farm thieves. Thankfully, since the start of the year, we have had a significant breakthrough. We have seen the police apprehend, charge, and put some before the court for stealing livestock, goats, and that is the sort of work that we want to see continue, he stated. My hope is that next year we'll be able to work together as the Ministry of Agriculture and the JCF to roll out the first phase of our Agricultural Wardens program, where we can put some more boots on the ground in our farming areas so our farmers have greater protection, stated Green.
Please remember to subscribe, like, share,